This is Communication in Business by Melody McDowell. Communication. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, as it is defined, communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. As business majors, it is imperative to understand communication not only in performance management, but in all business transactions. Communication is the key to success in every area of business. So what are most common communications? They could be divided by verbal communication or nonverbal communication. Verbal communication is typically to be considered the use of words to exchange information through emails, reviews, or presentations. Important keys to remember about verbal communication is that it is necessary to be careful with what you say as well as how you say it. As future leaders, giving accurate information to convey your expectations is a balancing act. While it's important to express instructions to your subordinates, you must balance between information overload and thorough communication. On one hand, overload can be considered belittling or condescending. On the other hand, little information can lead to discrepancies and misinterpretations or poor work. It's important to have an open dialogue as a supervisor. It's the biggest key to maintaining your interactions with your subordinates. As our textbook states, know your audience. So simply put, the best leaders know that perceptions are different for everyone. Communication starts with clear expectations, but the most effective leaders know how to get the best reactions to instructions, emails, or reviews. On the other hand, though, one thing to avoid as a supervisor is maintaining an open dialogue is important, but never pass along rumors. After considering what to say, knowing how to say it can be just as important. Take a simple word like wow and how it can be said. Wow! In a positive way. Wow could be considered condescending. Wow. Perhaps derogatory. Oh, wow. Serious. All these different ways to say wow, while it's the same word, could be different connotations. So let's talk about nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication can include facial expressions, body language, or even gestures. While smiling has long been considered contagious, if it's done while communicating, it usually adds a positive turn to your communication, shows a positive attitude, and any information is passed on positively. On the other hand, while smiles show positive, expressions such as anger or disgust tend to shut down effective communication. How many times have you had a boss or supervisor come to you with a look of disgust? Would you be as receptive to their instructions? Another nonverbal communication is just the simple gestures. According to the column Proper Handshakes Etiquette in 14 countries, every country does not see what we consider a simple handshake the same. How are they defined by different countries? Let's take, for example, the United States. As adolescents, we are taught at an early age that your handshake is very important and it says a lot about your personality. It shows confidence. Strong hand grip are always taught. But while in Turkey, it's appropriate to hold the hand for an extended period of time, but any pressure or it could be considered rude or aggressive. What about gender changes for handshakes? Well, in Russia, men and women do not shake hands. In a greeting, a kiss on the woman's hand is appropriate or on the cheek in Russia. But in Australia, women do not shake hands with each other. But when meeting, a woman should offer her hand first to a man. Or say in Morocco, where you shake hands only with your same gender. What does this symbol mean to you? In the United States, this usually stands for peace. People use it all the time in a wide array of social media sites like Instagram and pictures on Facebook. Did you know that in Ireland it's considered defiance or contempt? According to the BBC Americas, much like Americans use the middle finger as offensive, the peace finger means double the middle finger to people in Britain. What about a thumbs up? Beginning in Roman times, the thumbs up was actually used towards gladiators to determine whether they were approved or they were good for battle. In most Western countries, this is a symbol showing that things are good or okay. But in Middle Eastern countries, this is much like what translates to us, Westerners, as the middle finger. Communication is all about balance. Whether it's verbal, nonverbal, if it's what to say or how to say it, whether you're giving accurate, precise information or you're overloading it. Starts with open dialogue, but also to avoid gossip. It's how you balance your facial expressions with what you're saying and any gestures that could be considered rude. As previously indicated, again, communication is all about balance. Thank you for your time.